This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
What kind of programs does this school have? How are the test scores? How many kids do a classroom? Homes.com knows these are all things you ask when you're home shopping as a parent. That's why each listing on Homes.com includes extensive reports on local schools, including photos, parent reviews, test scores, student-teacher ratio, school rankings, and more. The information is from multiple trusted sources and curated by Homes.com's dedicated in-house research team. It's all so you can make the right decision for your family. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Where'd you get those shoes? Easy. They're from DSW. Because DSW has the exact right shoes for whatever you're into right now. You know, like the sneakers that make office hours feel like happy hour. The boots that turn grocery aisles into runways. And all the styles that show off the many sides of you, from daydreamer to multitasker and everything in between. Because you do it all in really great shoes. Find a shoe for every you at your DSW store or DSW.com.
Hey, you guys, welcome to Spotlight on Maryland. It's Gina Crash, your host for the next half hour or so. And we have a packed studio right now because the Girl Scouts of Central Maryland are in the house. First up, we've got Jenny Trostel. Did I pronounce that right, Jenny?
Trostel.
Oops. All right, Trostel, right out of the gate, huh? Jenny Trostel, I'm sorry. You are Girl Scouts of Central Maryland's interim CEO. It's wonderful to have you here. And Danita Terry, your communications and marketing guru, she wrote this beautiful intro. So would you mind if we read that real quick? So it says, she has served in that role since October 2024. Jenny has held a variety of C-suite positions throughout her career, which I just learned off the air means executive level, throughout her career, including a business owner and chief fundraiser, which is key in the nonprofit world. She was also recognized by Girl Scouts of Central Maryland as a Distinguished Woman Honoree for her outstanding business and community leadership. Thank you so much for stepping up and coming back and being here today, Jenny. We appreciate it.
Oh, thank you, Gina. I'm so happy to be here and so grateful for all the Girl Scouts in our community and what they do.
Absolutely. And to add, you grew up a Girl Scout. You've been one for how long?
Since second grade. So many, many years.
Second grade. That's about when my sister and I started, but we call ourselves quitters because we didn't stay in the organization as long as.
Well, you know, once a Girl Scout, always a Girl Scout.
And that background, it really does serve you well, no matter what direction you want to take. And Anika, Verma is next to you. I know this is radio and people can't see you, but we're going to take a photo later. Anika, it's great to have you. You're a high school student and a member of the GSCM Board of Directors.
Yes.
That's huge. And you also earned your Silver Award. You're going to explain to us what that means. Mm-hmm. And you're going to talk about your Silver Award project and why you think Girl Scouts are really a great option for girls.
Yes. I'm excited to be here today and love the Girl Scouts. And I'm so excited about the opportunities it offers to our girls.
I love it. You're so poised and so smart. And we're really excited to have you here, too, and to learn more about you and how other girls can be inspired by you and your story and your experience with the Girl Scouts of Central Maryland. And to kick things off, Jenny, tell us a little bit about what you have planned for the year, because we don't post Super Bowl Sunday here. We're still in the early part of 2025. What's on the agenda?
So we actually have a really great year planned. Right now, we're in the middle of Girl Scout cookie season. We've got girls that are selling cookies throughout all of the communities, including booths at local stores. So as you're stopping by the grocery store or even the home improvement store, stop by and see the girls and see how you can support us by purchasing a box of cookies.
And do you have that cool cookie locator that you put in kind of by zip code?
We do, yes. If you go to GSCM.org and put in your zip code, it will tell you where the latest cookie booth is. And they're all weekend. Yesterday I stopped by a booth and it was so much fun to see the girls selling cookies right before Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's a really great experience too. And Danita brought us a little basket here. Are there any, new flavors that we should know about or just our old favorites?
Not this year, but next year there will be.
Really?
So, yes, we don't know what it is yet, but we're looking forward to something new and exciting.
That's
but
cool.
we have the standards that everybody loves: the Thin Mints, the trefoils, the caramel delights, the peanut butter sandwiches, and the peanut butter patties, along with the tostiers and what did I forget?
Lemonades.
Lemonades.
Yes, those are definitely, Anika, those are your favorite,
Yes,
right? We
yes.
were talking about that earlier because they're so refreshing. So really, there's a flavor for everybody, and of course, they go to a great cause. Maybe tell us a little bit about that, too. I know your Cookies from the Heart program kicked off, right?
It did. And one of the things that's really nice is that so many of our heroes and sheroes, our first responders, our EMTs, our the people in the emergency ward, they're all really important for us to take care of. So we have a program that allows you to donate a box or 2 or 3 if you so choose. And then we make arrangements to get them to the local community.
I love that idea. How long have you been doing that? That's incredible.
Years and
Wow.
years. Mm-hmm.
That's so cool. Just an example of how the Girl Scouts of Central Maryland are always thinking about others in the community and the others that support your efforts as well.
They sure are.
That's really, really cool. And Anika, what are some of your favorite things about cookie season? Because everybody, when they knew you were coming in today, they asked me, first of all, when are they coming and will they have cookies? And but it's so much more than cookies, but I know it is something that you guys get really excited about.
I think my most favorite part is the cookie booths. Standing outside, even in the cold and freezing temperatures, I think it's the best part because we get to interact with the community. Sometimes we see lifetime Girl Scouts and other Girl Scouts that were part of the program, and they tell us about their experiences and stories, and it's just a really good experience to be out there, interact with the community, tell them what all of Girl Scouts is about, because it's not just the whole cookie selling business and that concept, but it's really nice to be out there with the community and talk to them and sell our cookies, be at those booths, stand outside of grocery stores, and people recognize who we are and what we do.
Yeah, that's so great. And then, you get, my mom used to always sell them for us. She'd take the form to work or, pass them around. We have people here at the office that have children that are, Girl Scouts and in the program. It's just cool to sort of, try to sell as many as you can because obviously that's going to help more people. You're going to raise more money. And it's kind of fun to have a little competition.
Yeah, I love going out in our neighborhoods. I tell my dad to text all his friends and my mom to text her friends and going to school and selling it to our teachers. It's been a really great experience for me. And I think for many Girl Scouts, this is a big highlight of what they do.
That's awesome. And when does cookie season wrap up? Are we at the beginning of it?
We are at the beginning, yes.
Good.
All of our cookies just came in last week. We had, just in our facility at the corporate office, over 5,000 boxes or cases delivered.
My gosh. That's a lot of cookies.
Yes, that's a lot of cookies.
And where are you guys located for those that want to know?
We are on Seton Drive in the Seton Business Park.
Yeah, yeah. And so you came back, after being gone for a little bit and making your departure into the business world, and then coming back. And just an off the cuff question: how did you find that it had changed, and maybe in some ways it hasn't, because you've been able to just sort of jump right in and pick right up.
It was great to jump right in, and you know what? I think that you never lose all that great experience that you have throughout the world. And I just jumped in. I have great support, great team members, and it allowed me to just hang out with some really amazing people and do good things in our community.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Knowledge is power, and wisdom is very valuable. Your experiences, the girls can really benefit from. And so, Jenny, the cookie sales, one example of how you develop leadership skills in your girls. But so how do you kind of, as someone who, you come from that background, mm-hmm. how do you, without getting too advanced about leadership, how do you really, share that experience with the girls? So
part of the process of selling cookies is learning to interact. And it's asking an adult or a local friend to purchase a box of cookies. And when you're young, that adult young child interaction, it can take a little while. So being offered the opportunity to speak with adults as a Girl Scout. I love when my Girl Scouts knock on my door and ask me if I would support the Girl Scouts by buying a box of cookies.
Yeah, and kids these days, sometimes they always say like they're afraid to order a pizza if you're not doing it on the app. I mean, like, Anika, do you have friends like that are afraid to talk to grown-ups or call people, or, you know what I mean? This is a great experience to get out of that mindset where you have to be on your phone all the time.
Yes, definitely. I mean, even sometimes I still get a little nervous calling people on the phone or talking to adults, but like I know when I first started selling cookies, like I didn't really want to do it. I didn't really want to go talk to other adults and reach out to the community or like stand at the booth and talk to strangers that I haven't met before. But I think as I continued on being a Girl Scout and just keep on going, I just improved those communication skills. And now I'm comfortable to talk with adults and talk with other, neighbors and people.
Yeah, and Anika, we mentioned earlier in the show that you're a Silver Award recipient and that you serve as a girl member on the board of directors of the Girl Scouts of Central Maryland. So tell us a little bit about, your experience and how have you accomplished it? What school do you go to, if you don't mind saying? What grade are you in? When did you start your journey? Like, we want to hear all about you because this is really what it's all about.
Yeah, I'm a sophomore at Howard High School in Howard County. I started my Girl Scout journey in middle school. So I was one of those late starters. I started during like the COVID times. It's been like 4 years, I think. I have been serving on the board since May. I was elected in. It's been a really just like a huge opportunity for me to learn about what the behind the scenes work is. Because as a Girl Scout, we don't see what's actually going behind the scenes. We don't see what the fundraising work is, what is the strategic planning, all of those kind of experiences. And I've had a great time working with the board members, meeting Miss Jenny and learning about her experiences. And I'm really glad that I have this opportunity. And I would recommend all girls to apply for this position because I think they have something they can truly learn. It's not a scary place. It's not somewhere like, that we don't know what this place is about. I would totally recommend everyone to try it out.
That's great. So do you have to apply for this position, and how do people do that?
So on our website, gscm.org, there are opportunities to apply for board positions as a girl board member, as an adult board member, and also for delegate positions. So we have a group of national delegates and local delegates that support us also in the programming throughout the Central Maryland area. What's so fascinating with our girl board members is watching them ask really important questions at board meetings. And I've seen Anika and her fellow board member, Gina, both step up and ask questions that I as an adult might not know.
Yeah, that's true. And then, Anika, was that scary for you? Or was it like, hey, I'm from a different generation.
It's absolutely scary.
Yeah.
At the first times, it's like, am I asking a stupid question? Is it a little silly? Was I supposed to know this? Was this something I should have known beforehand? But I think they're really supportive environment, and I think it's really important that we do have a girl on the board because there's sometimes things that adults don't know what's actually going on with the troops themselves, the troop leaders, and we have them more hands-on. We're there doing the activities, selling the cookies, so we have the first-hand experience of what's actually going on.
And I love that the Girl Scouts of Central Maryland look to you guys and actually involve you in that, because not a lot of organizations will do that. They'll just be like, oh, what do you know? You're just a kid. But they can learn, you guys can learn a lot from each other, and I think that makes it a really good, leadership model for you guys.
Yes, definitely. And I think it also sets us up as for success. Like, I feel like this opportunity is going to help me in the future because I'll know, how does a board meeting actually look like? That's a big question that many students don't get to experience. Many girls don't get that opportunity. And I think that's an experience that everybody should try.
Yeah, for sure. And how long does your, do you become, how long are you going to be a member of the board? Like, when does your tenure end?
It's a one year term.
Oh, wow. So, so you've still got some time ahead of you. That's great. Yeah. And then the other thing, tell us a little bit about, all the different things that you get to do. People might think of, camping and outdoor activities, or STEM is a huge part of what you do. Is STEAM as much of a big part, or is it more STEM?
Both.
Or both?
It's definitely both. It's up to the troops and what they want to do, right? So as we get older, our troop leaders give us more freedom of choosing like what activities we want to do, what badges we want to do. Like my troop is a lot more focused on doing service projects. So we made like pillowcases for the hospital over the past week.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, we did a little rock garden activity, but we also like choose our own mix. So sometimes we were doing art-based activities, sometimes we were doing STEM activities, and we love to go camping, but we only get to go twice in a year usually because of busy schedules with high school, and everybody has their sports and other stuff as well.
Yeah, that's cool. And I like that your troops like that are unique, that in your area, you're in Howard County, as you mentioned, that might be something that your girls are interested in too. So you can kind of tailor it based on your desires and your strengths, and all of that. It's really cool.
Yeah, we have there's a lot of options. There's badges for everything that you want to do. There's journeys. We have leadership activities that we can do. Like I earned my silver torch and my silver and gold mixed torch as well for serving in leadership positions outside of Girl Scout. And I think these are just different opportunities that we all have available to us, and we get to choose, like, do we want to be involved in like faith-based activities, or we want to be out in our community, or do something with science. So there's a lot of different opportunities for what girls want to do and what interests them.
Yeah, I love that. Is that something that is important to you, is that faith-based side? Because we hear that from a lot of nonprofits. Mm-hmm. That's generally the foundation, or sort of how things start in the community around, churches and communities, and like just being around other, where faith is important to you. That's nice to sort of feed off of each other that way.
Yeah, I think there's it's up to everybody, right? So whatever religion you follow, you can go to your faith-based group and do leadership there. You can meet with the women in your communities, but you can also meet women in other communities and get to interact with them, because it's all about like community building. Like even within my troop, everybody goes to a different high school. Everybody follows different religions. Everybody has different like outside groups that they're involved with. And I think it's really nice how we can learn to build that community and learn to build, like, make that our strength, that our diversities are thing that keeps us connected.
Yeah, I think that diversity component is really, really important. Would you agree with that as well, Jenny?
I absolutely agree. It's been so fascinating to learn so much about so many different religions and working with the girls and all the different troops. And what we find is a lot of the troops will meet at churches or synagogues or temples. And because the faith-based leaders know that the Girl Scouts are a group they want to have engaged.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof like Aloe, Allbirds, or Skims, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling and for shoppers buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet, and the not-so-secret secret, with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned, and way more sales going. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell whenever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout experience as business powerhouses like Aloe, Allbirds, and Skims. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Audacy podcast, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Audacy podcast to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Audacy podcast.
When the Moore family ditched cable internet and switched to Ziply Fiber, they got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next-level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Yeah. With reliable service, Mrs. Moore is no longer her family's IT guru, leaving her more time to stream games into overtime.
Let's go!
And young Mason Moore got more done, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing.
The numbers look good. Brad, you're on mute.
Switch from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and get more of what you love for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
The details behind the Diddy indictment. Taylor Swift's stalkers. Jerry Lee trying to kill Elvis. Disgraceland dives into the dark side of entertainment every Tuesday. Follow and listen to Disgraceland on the free Audacy app or wherever you get your podcasts.
And can you tell us a little bit more, too, Anika, about your Silver Award, what that is and what it entails, and what a great honor that is?
Silver Award is one of the biggest achievements for a Girl Scout that's in middle school. I was really excited about this project, getting to do it, even though I had just started in middle school, so I was kind of jumping into something a little big and scary. But the Silver Award's basically like a service project that you get to do, but it's a little more than that. You want to do a service project that leaves a lasting impact. So it's not not a one-time trash pickup type activity. So that's why you spend like 50 hours into this project or more to do something that really lasts in your community, has a global impact, a link to your community and society, and then you can do whatever you kind of like to do. So I play the violin. I've been playing since like the 3rd grade, so it's been a long time. And I'm really interested in music, so I kind of chose that as my passion area and interest. And I noticed that at my middle school, there weren't a lot of like music books you can get, and you would have to buy a new music book, a new music sheet every time you wanted to play something different. And a lot of students in my school, a lot of my friends, couldn't afford to keep going to the stores and buying these new musics and trying out different instruments and trying out different pieces. So I saw that as a problem, and I knew a lot of students played music but eventually left it by the time they got to college, so they had a lot of music books left at their homes, or local stores that have music books that they weren't selling, so they were kind of done with them. So I reached out to like local music stores that I worked with and got discounts on books, or took their overstock that they didn't need. I set up donation boxes at the libraries, and we got tons of books from the donation boxes. We also had one person was like a famous singer or something. She said that she would donate it. She didn't reveal her identity, but she sent us like 200 books of professional level music. Wow. So that was really exciting that we had this kind of connectivity with people I didn't know. They didn't want to reveal their information, but they had all this music that they weren't using, and they were willing to donate it. And I thought that was just really amazing. I loved how my teachers worked with me to set up this library at my school. We were able to collect a lot of items, and I think it's made a great impact. Like, I talked to my friends from my middle school and kids that still go there, and they're like, yes, your music library is full and fit in condition, and it's being used, and everybody enjoys that.
Well, what a great idea. First of all, that's genius. I mean, you identify, an area that can be improved, and based on your experience of playing an instrument, and you know how expensive that is, from the lessons to the instrument itself to the sheet music and all of that you mentioned. You really identified a great idea that wasn't being taken care of, and you've have made a lasting impact on that music program. And we all know that sometimes music programs are the ones that get funding cuts and things like that, and we don't want to see that go away. So this programs like this, you're really helping the next generation of musicians and students.
Yes, I would love for this project to grow, like connect with our board members in our county and see if we can bring this to a larger scale, because I know music every year, it's like a whole thing where we have to defend our music programs because that's the first thing that they're looking to cut. Yeah. And there's been a lot of losses we've had in our journey, but there's also been a lot of growth, and I love playing my violin. Like, I play the piano on the side as well. My sister plays like 3 different instruments. So we are a music family. We love to do music. And I think this was something that really like touched my heart as I saw it was like impacting my own friends. And
you're
kids in my school.
So passionate about it, and I love it. And you also earned the Silver Torch Award, Silver and Gold Torch Award. Wait, or is that 2 different things?
Yes, those are 2 different pins that you can get for your West, but they're generally for like the same concept. So it's for serving in a leadership position outside of school. The Silver Torch is just for middle school aged Girl Scouts, and then the Silver and Gold like mixed torch is for senior level Girl Scouts. They also do have a Gold Torch, which is earned when you're an ambassador, but I'm not there yet, so I'm looking to do that.
Wow. Yeah. So when is that part of your journey coming up in the near future, or after you finish with your year on the board?
Yes. I would probably be able to earn that award once I'm in junior year or senior year. And that would be for like serving in a leadership position outside of Girl Scouts. So for my last year one, I served on the student like committee we have for our county. And I was on the STEM committee's chair. So STEM is my favorite kind of also like outside interest. So I served on this STEM committee chair, and that's kind of where I got the pin.
That's awesome. Science, technology, engineering, and math. I know, Jenny, it's like...
I'm listening to this. I haven't heard the whole story from Anika and what she did. It's so amazing. And that's what Girl Scouts does, that it gives these young people these opportunities to do something that makes such a big impact.
Yeah, it really does.
In the community.
It does. And you guys listen to, people like students and girls like Anika, that you can have a voice. You can use your voice and make the world a better place.
Yeah, and there's just so much to learn, because I feel like I was a lot more shy. I didn't really talk as much. But once I got into middle school, I joined Girl Scouts, and I met all these other Girl Scouts that I would have never met, and got to interact with different kinds of people. Like, that really built my communication skills. And I think my troop, shout out to them all. They're one of the biggest reasons that I'm here. They've always been supportive. They pushed me. They're like, Anika, yes, you can do this. Go apply for the position. We believe in you.
Yeah, well, that's so great to have the support of others like that. And, you said you were kind of off to sort of a late start in middle school, but knowing that you've been playing the violin so long and how much you have going on and balancing academics, how has Girl Scouts kind of helped you organize all that? Because you've got to be super duper busy. How'd you have time to come in today, Anika?
Yes, time management is definitely a huge thing, specifically when it comes to high school. And I know that's something many Girl Scouts face, where they have to choose between playing their sports or attending Girl Scouts. But Girl Scouts has been a huge priority for me personally, and I think it's about how you choose what you want to do. You pick your top 3 things and you're like, yes, these are what I'm going to stick with and this is where I'm going. And I would recommend every girl to choose Girl Scouts as one of her priorities, because it's something that you don't have to always, be at every single meeting or be at every single camp. But even if you're there for once or twice, you're coming, you're showing up, you're building that community that you'll have forever.
Yeah, that's really good advice and if someone is listening to you and is really inspired by you, which I'm sure there are going to be a lot of people who are, what's their next step? If they hear this and they hear your story, how can they get involved with Girl Scouts?
There's opportunities at all levels. You can apply to go to any troop. There's so many troops willing to take in more people. It's never too late to start. I would totally, I did it in middle school, join in high school, because it's not too late. You can still, there's so many amazing things you can do.
And your website is probably a great place to get started, right? And that's GSCM.org. Right.
Yes.
Great. And Jenny, I know we've got our final 5 minutes or so, so I want to make sure we touch on everything, or if there's anything I haven't asked either one of you that you want to talk about yet. Some of your upcoming programs, how you're celebrating Black History Month, a very important month that we're in the middle of.
For Black History Month, we've partnered with Baltimore City Community College, and we will be showing on the big screen the 6888 movie, which is pretty inspirational about women, courage, and resilience in this battalion and what they did in World War II.
That's incredible.
Pretty amazing story. And then the BCCC, as we call them, have offered to take us on tour so we can learn about their programs and what's available for girls in our community as they hit that college level. So that's pretty exciting.
That's cool.
We have a program called Beyond the Lens, which is for cybersecurity and understanding how to be better at your digital impressions.
Yes, your footprint, yes, because everybody's watching what we're doing.
Absolutely. And one of the most important, though, is our summer sleepaway camp. We are currently registering girls. We've got a lot of young ladies that have applied. And the camp starts in June and is at one of our camps up in Cecil County. It's a beautiful property with lots of opportunities to do some really fun things throughout the summer.
Oh, cool. So it's not too late. I love when you guys are here with perfect timing, from cookies to leadership opportunities to just becoming a Girl Scout to getting involved to all of your community offerings to Black History Month, which is so, so important. And also, I understand that next month you're going to be doing a lot for Girl Scout, your birthday for the Girl Scouts, and also tell us a little bit about that in Girl Scouts Week.
So March 12th is the official birthday of Girl Scouts, and we will be celebrating all week long with a variety of programs. All the details on what's going on where can be found on our website, gscm.org.
That's awesome. Okay, great. So we've got a lot going on. And is there anything that either one of you wanted to talk about that I haven't asked you yet? Or is there, if not that, then is there anyone you'd like to thank? Or
Well, I am grateful for the team at Girl Scouts and for all the girls and all that they do. And just another reminder, it is cookie sale season. Don't forget your cookies. It's a short period of time.
That's right.
Before they go away until next year.
And so if you don't have somebody that you work with or you go to school with that has access, how can they do the cookie finder?
Just go. You can either Google Girl Scout cookie booths, or you can go to gscm.org, and it's on the landing page, and put in your zip code, and it'll tell you where you can find a booth this weekend and all the way through the end of March.
That's awesome. And you guys are also active on social media. gscm.org has icons on there for your Facebook pages, Instagram, LinkedIn, X, formerly Twitter. Am I forgetting any other ones? I think those are the biggies, right?
Those are the biggies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And is there anything to, Anika, that you wanted to add about your experience or anything I haven't asked you that you wanted to talk about that we haven't touched on?
I think we've covered pretty much everything, but I would just really like to say that Girl Scouts is not just the entire cookie thing, that is our image, but that's not the only thing we do. It's a lot about building those valuable skills and being a supportive community. And I think everybody should, once a Girl Scout, forever a Girl Scout. That's the motto. So you should always try, should always join. And we're really excited to bring anybody as part of our community because everyone is super supportive. I can't emphasize that as much as I could. Everyone is always there for you. No matter, you go to a sleepaway camp, all the leaders there, all the campers, they want you there. They want you to be part of the activities, and they're ready to build that community with you. So,
I love it. Yeah. I'm seeing open arms. They're open and ready for you. Anika, congratulations on all your awards, and you're just so impressive. And I just wanted to thank you for sharing your time.
Thank you so much.
And for all you do for your community and for other girls as well. You're a member of the GSCM Board of Directors, our Girl Scouts of Central Maryland. Hello. And it's a tongue twister. And Jenny Trostel, thank you so much for being with us, the interim CEO. And I hope that you stay as long as you want to, because Anika, I know you guys enjoy working together.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you, Gina.
I think you're not allowed to leave is what I'm saying, Jenny, right?
Yes, she's not allowed to leave. She's here with us.
Well, you guys, thank you so much. And also to Danita Terry for putting us all in touch with each other. Thank you guys for listening to this production of Audacy Baltimore.